Okay, so our first question comes from number 79 on page 328 of your textbook. Number 79 reads as follows. So we have negative 3x squared y minus 6xy squared. And the directions for this tell us that we want to factor out a negative of the GCF. So what you might want to notice, and I'll go ahead and highlight this for you in orange, is that we do have a negative value that does appear, but then we also want to note that we're going to be looking at common factors between the constants, the variables for x, and the variables for y. So from here, if we were to pull out a negative 1 straight away, if you wanted to approach it like that, we would pull out that negative 1, and then we would be left with 3x squared y. And recall from class we had mentioned that if we pull a negative out, then all the signs from in front of the terms will switch over. Okay? So we can approach the problem like this, and then from here we would go ahead and see what else we can factor out. So if we look at the 3 and the 6, I would note that there's a common factor of 3. So we would have negative 1. I'm going to pull out a 3. Then I would go through and see if I can pull anything out of the x's. So I have 2 x's here and I have 1 x here. So the largest number of x's that I can pull out would be just 1x. And then moving on to the y's, I have 1y in the first term and 2 y's in the second term, so the largest number of y's that I can pull out between the two terms would be 1y. From here we would go back and then just check to see what we have left over. If I pull a 3 out, 1x and 1y, I'm just left with an x. And then if I pull a 3 out of this 6, then I'm left with the factor of 2. And then if I pull an x out and a y, then I'm just left with 1y. So your final solution is going to be negative 1 times 3xy times the quantity x plus 2y. You can also choose to rewrite this as, you can take care of this product. So negative 1 times 3 will give you negative 3xy times the product of x plus 2y. Okay, so that's your solution for number 79 on page 328, section 5.1.